This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important update to share with you. Inflation may be going down, but food prices are on the rise. More than 80 cities across the country have used federal stimulus money to give out universal basic income programs. Also, less than 2 weeks left for thousands of Americans to claim $500 relief checks. And Kevin McCarthy is still gunning for the Speaker of the House position, but not fully there yet. I'll let you know what he plans on doing and what the Republicans plan on doing for the new year, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a more than mundane Monday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more daily, straight-to-the-point updates on matters that financially matter to you. So inflation may be easing, but grocery prices are still way up. So for anyone on fixed income, low income, this is hurting a lot because we have to eat. So in the year through November, food got 10.6% more expensive, with grocery prices rising 12% and menu prices jumping 8.5%. Not adjusted for seasonal swings, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said Tuesday. In the same period, overall inflation rose 7.1%. So yeah, food prices are way up. Flour prices 24.9%, bread went up 15.7%, milk was 14.7%, and more expensive coffee prices rose 14.6%, chicken up 12%, and fruits and vegetables spiked 9.7%. This is expensive. Who could afford this? So we rarely eat out, but we decided to go to this place we haven't been to in maybe 6 months or so, and the prices were really high. This Asian place, and I was shocked. I couldn't believe how high the prices were, but you know, the restaurants have to pass on the prices to the consumer. Uncooked beef roasts fell 8.1%, uncooked beef steaks dropped 7.4%, pork roast steaks and ribs slipped 5.1%, and bacon ticked down to 1.1%. So some things did go down. Bacon, I remember, was really high at one point. So yeah, food prices are still on the rise. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you doing about food to switch your strategy to save? Are you going to maybe like the dollar store, or maybe cutting back on food, or buying in bulk with friends, or what are you doing? Let me know down in the comments below what you're doing, what your food strategy is right now. Maybe you could help other people in the community. So more than 80 cities, counties using federal pandemic aid to fund guaranteed income pilot programs. So as new guaranteed income pilot programs, also known as universal basic income programs, pop up, I'm always sharing it on this channel. So there are at least 82 municipalities across 29 states now engaged in guaranteed income experiments, including more than 70 pilot programs created within the past year, according to a coalition of more than 100 American mayors promoting the concept. So the bulk of this is from the $350 billion fund that was sent out to state and local governments through the American Rescue Plan. So because of that, all these states, cities, and counties had a bunch of money, and they're like, what should we do with it? So it looks like out of that, 82 universal basic income programs were created out of that. So sharing a bunch of them. Probably one of the more popular ones was the one in Chicago. That was actually the biggest one. So yeah, Cook County, Illinois includes Chicago. That one is using $42 million and is giving out $500 monthly checks to 3,250 households. So that one, the application, I believe, is closed for that. There's also one in St. Louis. The board just passed this, and this one is giving $500 a month for 18 months. So yeah, a lot of universal basic income programs are being used from that $350 billion. But as that money is going to be used, which it probably will be 2023, a lot of that money is going to be dried up. So there may not be as many universal basic income programs created, or there may be, but less money being used. Excuse me. And then cash assistance, less than 2 weeks left for thousands of Americans to claim $500 relief check. How to apply? So this is going on in Chicago, not a universal basic income program, but the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, and the Department of Family and Support Services have allotted $14.6 million to start the Chicago Resiliency Fund 2.0. So applications originally were supposed to end December 9th, but now they announced applications are going through December 31st. So if you live in Chicago and you are older than 18, make less than $40,000 per year, then yeah, you could be eligible for a potential $500 check there. It's going out to 25,000 residents for this one-time $500 check. What's going on in Congress? So Kevin McCarthy goes on offense in speaker battle, pushing really hard to try to get speaker, but he's not fully there. So Leader Kevin McCarthy says he is the right man for speaker. He only has 85 votes, not fully there yet. So he may or may not be speaker, but he needs more votes in order for that to happen. But if he is speaker, what is going to be done in terms of Congress and the House? Take a look at what he says here.
Joining us now is the man who got 85% of the vote, Congressman Kevin McCarthy. Congressman, you won the primary in overwhelming fashion, but it looks like there are still a few out there that don't want to honor the results of that election. Who do they want for speaker? And just so our viewers are clear, there were two people who ran in November. You got 85%. Andy Biggs got 15% of the vote. Do they want the guy with 15% of the vote, or do they want someone who didn't even bother to run last time?
They don't even say who they have. They don't have anybody. What's really harming is the American public, because here we were trusted with the majority to keep this Biden administration in check. Now, remember, we just went through 2 election cycles since I've been leader. Every election cycle, we have won seats. That hasn't happened in almost 2 decades. But the bad part there is all the other Republicans have lost, the governors, the Senate, the president. But we won. Now, this is delaying our ability for the very first day to repeal 87,000 IRS agents. You have Title 42 being lifted here next week, where more thousands upon people coming across our border, fentanyl and others. We want to have hearings down at that border. We want to secure our border. Or how do we make ourselves energy independent or pass a Parents' Bill of Rights? We can't do anything. We can't even swear in the other members until we elect the speaker.
All right, Kevin, you in 2010 helped retake the gavel from Nancy Pelosi, if my memory serves me. You've done it again now. So that's twice you have been part of recapturing the majority. I know you pretty well. I doubt you have spent any time doing this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Do you have any idea how many districts you visited, how much time you spent away from California trying to retake the majority? Have you ever added up what all it took to get that done?
We've added up a lot, but I'll just say, since last August to this election, I went to 41 states and campaigned with 170 members and candidates. But for the last 4 years, I've been a little of everywhere. But you have to be able to win the majority. And this is the important part. You've got to get the message out. You've got to unite people around it. And you've got to be able to win. And we won when every other Republican lost. So the uniqueness here, Trey, you know this. They don't hand gavels out in small, medium, and large sizes. They give you one gavel. And they also give you the power of the subpoena to hold this administration in check. But you know who signs off on those subpoenas? The Speaker. You know what can't happen or go forward? Nothing without getting this done. And all the other lawsuits that Nancy Pelosi started in the House, they will continue against Republicans while we're sitting in the majority.
Well, speaking of gavels, Kevin, it seems like these 5 are spending a lot more energy trying to keep you from getting the gavel than they ever did taking it out of the hands of Nancy Pelosi. I mean, they got a lot of energy they've invested against a fellow Republican, but I don't want you to comment on that. Here's what I want you to tell our viewers. All right, you're not going to hit the ground running on January the 3rd, not until you have a speaker. Tell them what's at stake.
Well, there's a lot that's at stake. First and foremost, getting this country back on track, stopping this Biden administration, but securing our border, becoming energy independent, passing a Parents' Bill of Rights, repealing those 87,000 IRS agents, but also holding government accountable. And Trey, you understand this better than anybody else. The investigations that you have gone through, they have now, just in this last month, delayed us almost a couple months from having that happen. We don't have staff yet. We don't have committees even populated. So if we continue to go around this horn like this, The FBI continues to do what they're doing for Twitter and others. We find out what is Garland doing? How are we going to hold those 51 Intel individuals who signed the letter saying it was Russia collusion and others, that the laptop wasn't real? Let's get to the bottom of the problems that have been happening. Let's do it united, and let's move beyond this. Well, you're right. We did have a primary. After the election, we all had a meeting, and a lot of them talk about wanting to empower the membership more. Well, why wouldn't they respect what the membership voted on? Why wouldn't they respect 85% of the vote? I can't remember the last time someone got that high of the vote.
Yeah, well, Kevin, I'm going to get fined by the FCC if I say what's on my mind. So what I'm going to say instead is I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. We'll be watching on January the 3rd to see whether or not winning a primary with 85% of the vote matters anymore. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic week before Christmas, and thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.
So what are your thoughts? Seems like Kevin McCarthy doing a new interview almost every day. I'm not sharing all those interviews, but he's talking a lot about why he is the guy for Speaker. What do you think? Would he be a good Speaker of the House, bad Speaker of the House? Speaker of the House is third in place to the President. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, I monster bleeding. I was bleeding. I was. Bye. Hi guys, this is Bill. This is the tip of the day. This is something that I want to tell you. This is something that I want to tell you here now. So, as you learn, you be a better person. So keep on learning, and you'll be a better person. Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. So all is good here. Hopefully you are having a good rest of your day. Getting a little chilly, getting closer to the holidays, doing a bunch of holiday stuff here. But yeah, all is good though. If you want to check out any of my other videos, my other channels, click right up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.